A very good morning, everyone. In our previous session, we have studied regarding the concept of constructor, the characteristics of constructor I have already discussed in our previous video, but once again let me repeat few points regarding the constructor and UDF. When you use constructor in the class, it is generally used to initialize the value of class variable. Basically, we know that when you declare variable inside the class, at that time you cannot initialize the value of class variable at declaration time. That means over here I cannot give RNO equals to 10. So for that you are having the first way to define UDF for the initialization of value of class variable. The second way is called constructor, through which you can initialize the value of class variable. Now let us discuss the points about difference between UDF and constructor. When you use UDF, at that time you can use return statement inside the UDF. Suppose if I want to return value of RNO, in such cases I can use and I can make UDF like integer get data and return RNO. Why over here I have written integer? Because the data type of RNO would be integer, so the return type of function would be integer. So UDF can return a value where constructor cannot return value. So this is the first difference between constructor and UDF. Number 2, when the constructor is there which is declared inside the class, at that time the name of constructor should be same as the name of class, but the name of UDF should be different. It does not match with the name of class. So see, this is the second difference. The third difference is what? When you declare constructor inside the class and that is default constructor, at that time when you create the object of particular class in which constructor is declared, at that time with the help of object, at that time only when you create the object, it will call default constructor of class and it executes whatever the code you have written inside the constructor, it will execute it. But yes, if it is UDF, in such cases first of all you need to declare or you need to create object of class, and with the help of object of employee class I am able to call get data function or UDF. You cannot use or call directly get data, but first of all you just need to create object, and with the help of that object I am able to access the method which is declared inside the employee class. Now this is all about our previous session. Now let us start with our today's session. Our today's program is also related with the constructor only, and that is the part of default constructor only, as we have discussed in our previous video that there are 4 types of UDF: no argument no return, with argument no return, no argument with return, and with argument with return. And there are 2 types of constructor: parameterized constructor and default constructor. Our previous video contains 3 programs, right? I have already explained 3 programs in our previous video which is related with the default constructor. In today's session also I am going to teach you the concept of default constructors only. So in this particular topic we are going to complete 6 programs based on the default constructor. So this is the program number 4 which we are going to start today. Again, this is the example of default constructor. Include 2 header files, iostream.h has include conio.h. Then let me create one class called rectangle. I just need to find area of rectangle, right? So for that I need to take 2 variables, integer L into W, length into weight or width, public. Now I need to create constructor, and for such I have used rectangle class, which is the name of class, and over here it is called rectangle, that is constructor. Now let me initialize the value of variable L equals to 10 and W equals to 20. So I have initialized the value of both the integer variables. Now for display I have created one UDF called void display cout \n area of rectangle is and variable L into W, that is the formula to calculate area of rectangle. Now let us create void main clr scr get ch. What is the name of our class? That is rectangle. Let me create object. Let us give comment line default constructor of class. False default constructor of class. And now if I want to call display method r1.display, let us save program. d4.c++. Now let us execute. Area of rectangle is 200. What is the formula? L into W. So length into width. Now so this is the first program of our today's session. Let me repeat once again. In this program we have used concept of default constructor. We are going to create one class called rectangle class. I have taken 2 variables L into W because to find the area of rectangle formula is L into W, length into width. Then I have created one rectangle. This is the default constructor. How can I get that this is the default constructor? Because the following code does not return value, number 1. Number 2, this is used to initialize the value of class variable. Number 3, it contains same name as the class name. Number 4, when you create the object of class, at that time it automatically calls the default constructor of particular class. So using this you are able to execute the rectangle constructor. After that, with the help of R1, which is the object of rectangle class, I am able to access display method, which is UDF. without argument, without return value. And inside that I have printed area of rectangle is L into W. Formula I have applied directly over here. Again, if you want to take area at that time, you can use variable area and you can print accordingly. Let us take one new file for new program. Example of default constructor. Need to include two header file, iostream.h, second file has include conio.h. Now we are going to create new definition called C. Suppose I want to calculate simple interest, right? Over here I make spelling mistake, so let me correct it first. iostream.h. Now see, our next definition is related with the calculation of simple interest. So what is the formula to calculate simple interest? I equals to PRN divided by 100. That is the formula. So for that I just need to declare three variables, right, and one class named simple interest. So let us create one new class, simple interest. Inside simple interest class I am going to take three integer variables. Remember one thing over here, I have taken integer data type. Suppose you want to create or you want to take float data type, you can take it, there is not an issue. Right now I have taken integer, then public. Let me correct it, let us take float data type only, because answer may come in the fraction part. So now default constructor, simple interest, brackets opening and closing also. Inside that need to initialize value of three variable, p equals to 1000, r equals to 10 and n equals to 2. Now void display function, cout statement, \n, simple interest is, and p into r into n, because c divided by 100. See over here I have applied bracket because as per the rule of BODMAS means bracket open, division, multiplication, addition and subtraction. In this way priority is given to each operators, right? So if I am not going to apply bracket over here, in such cases first of all it will divide the value of n by 100 and then it will multiply with the remaining 2. So what is my requirement? First of all I just need to perform multiplication. In such cases you need to apply it or you need to set the priority on the brackets. After multiplication of three variables, answer is divided by the 100. So in this way you can set the priority based on the requirement. Now void main, inside that clr scr, get ch. What is the name of our class? Simple interest. s1 dot display. This will again call the default constructor of class. When it calls, at that time the value of p would be 1000, value of r, p means principal amount, r means rate of interest, and n means number of years. So over here 1000, 10 and 2 would be initialized. After that I have called display function with the help of s1. S1 is nothing but it is an object of simple interest class, and based on the value output is printed. Let me save the program first, then we will execute it. D5, Control F9. Simple interest is 200. So in this way you can initialize the value of class variables inside the constructor, and it will automatically call when you create the object of particular class. Let us take last program of our today's session as well as our today's topic, and over here we are going to complete the topic of default constructor. So let us complete the program. You need to create employee class, enter name, designation and salary using default constructor. Also calculate and print HRA, TA, DA, PF and net salary. Now refer the definition. What is our requirement? You just need to create one class which is related with the employee. So we need to give name as a EMP, which contains variable like NM, designation, salary, HRA, TA, DA, PF and net salary. Now what is our requirement? Inside employee class I need to create one default constructor. Inside default constructor I need to initialize the value of three variables: name, designation and salary. So that is our first requirement. We need to initialize value of three variables. After that I need to create one function which is called calculate, say for example, and inside calculate function I need to print HRA, TA, DA, PAF and net salary. So let us develop the program as per the given instruction, as include iostream.h, as include conio.h. First of all let us create class, then we will write the structure of void main class EMP. Integer, salary, HRA, TA, DA, PF, net salary. Character NM, designation. Now we have to make public functions or public constructor as well as. So public, then default constructor, then employee. Don't forget to put brackets over here, it is in the syntax. Then I need to initialize the value of salary. Say for example I am going to initialize it by 7000 strcpy. So over here I need to mention header file as include string.h so that I can use strcpy function. nm equals to Rahul strcpy designation equals to manager. I have created default constructor. Now I am going to create calculate method. Calculate. Inside calculate, I am going to apply formula to calculate HRA, TA, DA, PF and net salary. So salary HRA equals to salary into salary 0.20%, right? TA equals to salary multiplied by 0.05%. It is called traveling allowance. DA equals to, it is fixed 400. PF equals to, this program we have already done in the C language, right? We have not used class over there, but in the simple program, in programming language, we have performed this program with the formula. And net salary equals to salary plus HRA plus TA plus DA, and PF is deducted from the amount. Now void display. Over here you can write the following statement: cout \n employee detail is cout \n name is nm variable cout designation is cout \n salary is salary cout HRA is HRA cout TA is TA cout DA is cout PF, let me make uppercase letters over here. PF cout net salary is net salary. So printing statement is performed. Now void main clr scr and get ch. What is the name of our class? emp e1, which calls default constructor of class. Now e1 dot calculate, we need to call it, then and then only you will get the values which is displayed inside the display function. Display. Let us save the program first. D6. Now let us run the program. Over here you can see that employee detail is, name is Rahul, designation is manager, salary is 7,000, HRA is 1,400, TA is 350, DA is fixed 400, PF is 1,750 and net salary is 7,400. So in this way you can use the concept of default constructor. Let me share the notepad file for the same. This is the first program of our today's session. Calculate rectangle using default constructor. The formula for rectangle is L into B, or you can take L into W, length into width. You can take it. Over here we have stored, or we have initialized the value of L and W by 10 and 20. Then we have declared void display function, which is no argument, no return type function. Inside that we have used L into W, length into width. Then we have created the object of rectangle class R1. Then R1.display will call the display method, and inside that we have written L into W. The value of L is 10 and value of W is 20. So it will return 200. So this is the first program of our today's session, and actually the program related with default constructor 4. Let me share next program. Calculate and print simple interest using default constructor. For that we have taken 3 variables P, R and N. We have initialized the value of all the 3 variables. Then we have applied formula over here. In this formula I have explained that as per the rule of BODMAS means bracket open, division, multiplication, addition and subtraction. In this way priority is given to each operators. So if you want to perform multiplication first, in such cases you just need to apply brackets. Through that you can set the priority of variables, and after that we have divided this value by 100. After that we have created the object of simple interest class S1. We have called method S1.display. So when you call default constructor of class, at that time the value of P would be 1000, R would be of 10 and N would be of 2. So in this way value is initialized using default constructor, and then we have created object of simple interest class, and with the object of simple interest class I have called display function. Inside display we have printed value of P into R into N divided by 100. You can take variable over here, but right now I have directly applied the formula for calculating simple interest. So this is the program number D5. You can give numbers whatever you want to give. And let me share the last program of our today's session, program number D6. In this our definition is such: we need to create one class named employee. We need to initialize the value of name variable, designation variable and salary variable using the concept of default constructor. So over here inside default constructor, as per our definition, I have initialized the value of 3 variables called salary, name and designation. Now over here we have used strcpy function. So as a header file you need to include string.h header file. Then what we did, we have created two methods because our requirement is what we need to calculate HRA, TA, DA, PF and net salary. So for that I have taken one calculate method. Inside that I have applied formula to calculate HRA, TA, DA and PF. Now let us understand that salary, HRA, TA and DA is added, and after that PF is minus from the given formula, and after that finally I will get net salary. Now I want to print the detail of employee. For such I am going to display name, designation, salary, HRA, TA, DA, PF and net salary. Now what we need to do, we just need to create the object of employee class, AMP E1. When I create object of employee class, at that time it will automatically call default constructor of class, and it will initialize value of salary variable, name variable and designation variable. After that I need to call calculate method with the help of object of employee class E1. After that it will call display function. Inside display we have written the codes to display the calculate formulas. So this is all from my side. Over here we have completed the concept of default constructor, and in our next session we are going to start with the concept of parameterized constructor. Up till there, goodbye everyone. Thank you.